Welcome back. Welcome back. Thanks so much for
Wow.
that thunderous applause.
Thunderous. We have with us Angie Griffith. She is the owner at New Fitness, and I'm glad that you agreed to come on the show.
you.
Short notice, and I appreciate that. But I know I work out there, and I also have come to you for fitness and nutritional tips. So we just kind of want to cover a little bit about why is that such an important thing for people to invest their lives in and to change their way of thinking about nutrition and such.
First of all, in my house, we say healthy, not skinny. Skinny is a bad word in my house. So
Diet, you don't say diet.
So is fat. We don't say skinny or fat. We say healthy. Basically because I lost 150 pounds. So I knew with girls going through that process, I didn't want them to fixate on their size. So
There's enough outside stimulus about
there is.
that.
So instead of getting skinny, we get healthy. People don't realize what a role nutrition and fitness play in everyday energy, quality of sleep, serotonin. It's a natural antidepressant. ADD can be helped with physical activity. Good nutrition. A lot of drugs can be, eliminated if you really eat well and eat right. So it can affect everything. We really try to focus on healthy and fit and small changes. Nobody's perfect. We're all going to have chocolate cake. We're going to have, you're going to sleep through a workout. You're going to, but if you just try to make small changes in your daily choices and activities, then it can really add up and make a huge difference.
It's good to make a concerted effort to change, but like so many, like a lot of people do their New Year's resolution,
Sure.
They fail.
They do.
What's some keys to not fail? Because it sounds like you did not fail.
Sure.
And I'm sure it's a struggle every day.
It is. You're never done. You never cross the finish line and go, yay, now I can eat donuts and sit on the couch. You just don't get to do that.
Dang.
And there's such, and it's not, like I said, it's not necessarily a weight thing either. There are skinny people with diabetes. But we did last year, our big thing was no resolutions, goals. We set goals instead of resolutions. I'm about making small changes and small goals and non-weight related goals. I found if you will set running your first 5K or attending an event that maybe you wouldn't have felt comfortable attending as a goal versus a number on the scale, it's a lot more motivating. Setting yourself up for success is a lot in finding support. It's going to your family and being honest and saying, I know that we eat together, but I need to be healthy. I need to do this. Please support me.
Was that hard to do, to change the eating habits of you?
Unbelievably.
Because,
Oh, it's everybody, unbelievably. And especially you're talking grandmas and mamas, they love their food.
Yeah.
You walk
And they grew up, most of them, in an era where that was a big
it's a big deal, especially like my grandma grew up in the Great Depression, and so food was a huge thing. If she could offer you cookies or cake or something, that was big for her. So it was real hard, but if you're really honest and say, I need this is for my health, this is for my life, this is going to add years to my life, please support me. A lot of times they're a lot more open to supporting you. Finding friends, somebody that you can be accountable that's going to say, I'm going to be there at the gym at 5 o'clock, you're going to be there too. Somebody's there waiting on you, that helps. Cleaning out your environment, you can't eat what you don't have. So we have,
that's huge.
It's
probably
way big. We have treats
Yeah.
for my kids. I have 6 kids, and so obviously they have cookies on occasion. We have junk food every now and then, but it's not a staple in my home. If we're going to have ice cream, we go get it, bring it home, eat it, throw it away.
It's gone.
They'll tell you on their birthdays, you better eat those cupcakes or mom's tossing them. We don't keep it. You don't go to a pantry and see Little Debbie's and chips and stuff like that. But it's not that they're deprived, but it's moderation.
right.
How does that relate to the way you used to be?
My goodness.
Do you say, how did we have all that?
Yeah, and it's a guilt thing too, because you feel like you're depriving them, and they don't need to suffer. I grew up with, pizza, chips. I don't think we had vegetables. My mom will kill me for saying that, but it just wasn't. We weren't educated on childhood obesity. We weren't educated on long-term effects of sugar, and so it's huge difference.
Yeah.
My kids will go to the weekends to their dads, and they eat whatever they want to, and and that's great. And I'm kind of glad they get to do that because they come home going, Mom, can we have some vegetables? Mom, we really want green beans tonight. So it's good for them.
Now you're the owner of New Fitness.
I do.
And was that part of the process too?
It's kind of crazy because when I was 300 pounds, I started walking. And I really kind of fell in love with the after effects of fitness. I still don't like it while I'm doing it. I don't like to sweat.
She's very upfront about that.
I am. I don't like to sweat. I don't like to be hot. It hurts.
Yeah.
But afterwards, you get that serotonin level that rises. You get the energy, calmness. The stress relief it gets. So I love the after effect enough that it kept me going.
Yeah.
And then as I got smaller and realized how hard it is for large people to walk into a gym, I decided to get certified, and I did a lot of personal training before I moved. I taught some classes, things like that, and then when I started...
So you got really in the middle of it.
Yes,
of the fitness thing.
Yeah, I did it on the side before I moved, and when I started working at New Fitness, I started doing the Biggest Loser program. I helped train that, and that's my heart and passion.
Yeah.
Skinny people, I love that they come in and work out, and that's great, and we have instructors that can challenge them. My heart is the overweight population because I was there. So I got just really involved, and then the current owner had some health issues, and she decided to move, and it was just a really good opportunity to take it over. And
right. I want to say something real quick. She said that she hates working out, and I get that. Not everybody has that problem. Yeah. Some people absolutely adore it, and but it is kind of a love-hate relationship. So don't feel like you have to hate it. Yeah. No, because you don't. It takes all kinds.
When you're overweight, when you're heavy, it's
hard.
You're really working not only the weight that you have, but you don't think that you have to do like everyone else.
Exactly. We talk a lot about modification. If they're jumping, you can step. If they're lifting 20 pounds, you can lift 5.
Because you're probably burning almost as much as someone else is.
Exactly. And you think if you go from being sedentary, sitting on the couch, to just walking. I lost 80 pounds just walking before I ever walked into a gym.
Yeah.
Just moving. And it's very important to find something you love. If you hate dancing, don't sign up for a Zumba class. If you have knee or hip or ankle issues, probably don't want to go be a runner. You find something that
So don't get caught up into thinking that in order to succeed, you have to do what someone else is doing.
Right, and we're actually very fortunate in this town that we have a ton of options. Every gym in town does something different, and so there's a fit for everybody, and that's really what we're about, is helping you find that fit. And some people work out really well at home by themselves. You have to be very motivated and very disciplined.
But you're making the point that it's you're going to get better results and last longer if you're with a group or with someone.
If you're with a group, or yes, and a lot of times people may start at home, and then what you find is it's easy to hit pause on the DVD player. It's easy to get off the treadmill.
Get distracted.
Get the buzzer. The buzzer buzzes, and you've got to go change clothes over. But when you leave the house and you're with somebody, plus. There's a very important thing about form and injury, and I recommend, even if you're going to work out on your own, get with a trainer, get with an instructor, even if it's just 1 or 2 sessions, and talk about form so you don't hurt your knees, your back.
Yeah, that's a big thing. I mean, just don't go in there and you go into a machine if you're going to a fitness thing. I'm just going to get on the machine.
Right.
You really need somebody to show you how to stand, what your posture needs to be.
Yes.
Don't just start at the highest weight. You need to.
Exactly. You need some instruction. And then also a lot of people don't realize, how to go up in weight and how often you need to go up in weight and when to change things up. Your body gets used to things.
And why it's more important to do reps.
Yeah,
sometimes
reps
more
versus
than
weights or weights versus reps. And then, you get to a certain point and you kind of level out and you need to change something because your body gets used to it. So
well, I can vouch for the fact that I had a trainer for 6 months. And if I had left it to my own device to go in to work out, I probably would have ended up hurting myself or got unmotivated. The guy that I had, we took the old man approach for my age, and we took it slow. We looked at other people in the room that were lifting big weights, and he said, "We're not going to do that. We're going to get you in shape the same way, but without hurting yourself. You're going to enjoy it." So there is ways to do that.
There is ways.
And New Fitness, I'd say I benefit from the group atmosphere. because you have your
You want everybody
instructor.
focused on you.
We don't have a problem getting her up front.
I'm
I
sure.
do tell
I
ya.
do
I'm
like.
sure.
I started out that class in the very back, in the corner, and now I'm up front. Partly that's because I have to be able to see what they're doing to be able to follow where
She's
the
blind.
hoot. Well, but
Can't
you
see
know, I'm
as
okay
well.
with it. I'm finally comfortable enough that I
Yeah.
can.
Well, you're there for a purpose.
I'm there for a
You're
reason.
comfortable now.
Exactly, but the group, the whole group thing
We're
is.
running out of time. I do
Okay.
want people to know, every guest we have on here, we want to have some kind of contact point.
Sure.
So let people know, wait, I've had your phone number out there, but
Sure.
throw it out
You
there
can
again.
look us up on Facebook, New Fitness Harrison. We'll get you there. NewFitnessStrong.com. We'll get you there. Or my cell phone number. I have 6 kids, don't always answer, always text. So 479-221-3553. You can
Okay.
always get me there, or just stop by.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
And they're located in the Sierra.
Shopping center
Shopping
next
center.
to the Army Recruitment Office, Roma's and T-Nails.
Romas,
All right.
I'll get you started.
Yep.
All right, Angie, thanks.
Thank you,
Thank you
Angie.
guys for
Good luck. We'll have you back.
Thank you.
All right, up next, we're going to be talking to Bud Pelzer. He is the new owner of Dog Patch, and he's here to tell us a lot of things that are going on there and what he plans to do and other things. And we'll be right back after these messages. Stay with us.